April 9, 2017. The far-right movement Pegida is demonstrating in Groningen against the local administration. Protesters blame the municipality for providing shelter and food to immigrants. Local groups in solidarity with the refugees organized a counter-demonstration. Police intervention is necessary to keep the two factions divided.
I hope we are going to have a good afternoon in which we will spread a beautiful sound as an alternative to Pegida.
When we heard about the demonstration from Pegida, and we just discussed what can we do, and then we came up with the idea of making a committee and then asking a lot of organizations to support us. That afternoon, it was like a sunny Sunday in Groningen, and we have like two big squares. On one square was like Pegida with like 30 people, and the other square, our demonstration, like 300 people.
This building is the bone of contention. Many immigrants live here. It became famous as the Bad Bad Broad Center. The foundation Inlia manages this center. What does it mean exactly?
Bed. So a bed to sleep, yes. A bath, so take a bath, take a shower, and brood is bread.
And do they eat just bread? Or
no, of course not. No, it's just metaphoric. Eh? We don't give them food, we supply them with money. They get 30 euros per week, per person, and we tell them, we'll give you money and we'll help you to become active again.
These immigrants are the so-called failed asylum seekers. After crossing the border, they apply to become refugees in the Netherlands, but Dutch authorities refuse their request.
If we let these people outside on the street, we have a big problem. So that's why the city of Groningen has asked the Inlia Foundation to take care of them.
Filming this center is forbidden for privacy and security reasons.
Well, we have 3 floors. So every floor shares the bathrooms and everybody shares a room.
Talking about the daily routine of people who live in the center, what do they do?
Well, they're not allowed to work or study because they are undocumented. We try to offer some courses. We look with people for, can you start another procedure, or can we help you return to the country if it's safe? We really want to look with people for the future because the street is not a solution, you know.
The city of Groningen engaged a legal battle with the central government to keep the Bad Bad and Broad Center open. VVD, which is the party of Prime Minister Mark Rutte, is against this program of assistance. Groningen administration bears the cost of the entire budget.
Local Bad Bad Broad institutions are not financed anymore by the national government. And why should we pay with our own money, council money, for a Bad Bad Broad in the city of Groningen? And that's mainly the issue and the point of view the VVD has to Bad Bad Broad.
In what do you differ from Pegida and other far-right movement? Because they say that we don't want to spend any money for these people.
We're quite different. Everyone is welcome, but we have some sets of regulations, we have some rules to get a permit, and if you're not fitting into those rules, you have to go back. And that's very different from Pegida and those organizations. And we're not close to them.
Ger de Jong is a civil servant at the local administration. He doesn't want to appear on camera, but we agreed on having a recorded conversation. Shouldn't this form of assistance be provided by the government rather than local administration?
Oh yes, of course. It's the responsibility of central government to decide on whether people get a permit or not. So it should be the responsibility of the central government also to take care that people leave the Netherlands when they are rejected.
Will you one day ask for having the money back from the government?
Of course.
What I hope from the new government is, of course, is that they will take, on a national level, will take back their responsibility, because we can have a large discussion about this, but in the end, asylum policy is a responsibility of the national government. So they should come up with a solution in The Hague.
Dutch political parties are struggling to find a coalition of government. In the meanwhile, taxpayers from Groningen will keep contributing with their money to guarantee assistance to migrants and security to their own citizens. Martina, Losi and Tommaso, Lecca, Groningen.